You're listening to the Watercooler Edit with Chris and Rich.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Watercooler Edit with mybayut. I'll be honest, Eid was a couple of weeks ago but still in vacation mode. Rich was lucky enough to go back all the way to sunny England, so he forgot to take the sun fully with him. He took some of it with him though.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It's usually, it's rainy England as opposed to sunny England. But as the summers go by, it seems to be getting increasingly hot over there.
That's what you should have brought back: the rain, not the sun. On this episode, we'll be talking about the Bayut.com Corporate Summer Camp, which returns for a third year. There's some fantastic moves that you might be interested in this month. I know there's one in particular that I'm looking forward to. Can you guess which one it is? And of course, well, how do you beat the heat this summer? Well, we'll be talking about that too on this episode of the Watercooler Edit. So, Rich,
yes.
You have beat the heat in one aspect. You've left the country for a couple of days, but you were saying it wasn't as hot here. So let's start things off with the summer camp, because that's a great way for young adults to beat the heat here. Between the ages of 15 and 18, we opened up registrations. Registrations are closed now, but demand has been bigger than it has been in the past 2 years. It's absolutely phenomenal, the amount of young adults that have applied to be a part of a corporate summer camp. When you think of summer camp, you think of fun, you think of games, hanging out with your friends, doing these kind of things. But with the corporate summer camp that we have here at Bayut.com, we're actually learning as well as having fun. Fun-dutainment, if you will.
Funtainment.
Funtainment. I preferred fun-dutainment because it kind of
Fun-dutainment, actually, or fun-ducation.
Fun-ducational.
That's nice.
This all sounds like mushrooms, though. Various types of mushrooms that you can use to cook. Well,
So it's a bit fungi, doesn't it? It all sounds a bit fungi.
Maybe that's what I should do to beat the heat. Learn how to cook. And really looking forward to meeting them because, of course, they'll get a chance to meet every team that we have here at both Bayut and dubizzle. That includes the property sales, car sales. We'll even go on a little trip to the hub as well, which is, of course, my favourite day of them all because I get to walk around and see a lot of cars.
It's been a big success, right? This is the third year now. Previous 2 years have gone really, really well. I think everyone who's been a part of it, both within Bayut and dubizzle and the students or the attendees themselves, everyone's really enjoyed it, right? And as well as being enjoyable, I think it's been productive both ways, right? Because we've learned things. The attendees have learnt things, and I believe some have actually come back and joined us in a full-time capacity.
Full-time and internships as well.
Yeah.
And then last year we gave an internship away to the highest performing student. Student? Let's say young adults.
Stick with young adult students.
They were offered an internship here at Bayut dubizzle. A number of them have come back over the years and sought after internships as well within the business. So it's always great that we get to see familiar faces after such a long period of time.
Yeah, it's fantastic, right? So there's that aspect to it as well. And look, if you're going to do something this summer, I mean, why not? I think the thing is actually thinking about it, because you see all the different departments, right? So they spend time with sales, marketing, finance. It gives them an insight into pretty much every aspect of the business, and that's great, right? It's great because it can also give you an idea potentially of what someone might want to do, what they find most interesting and what they want to get involved with moving forward, right?
Exactly.
So that's cool. I didn't know when I was younger, around that age, to be honest with you, I had no idea what I wanted to do.
I'm with you 100% there as well. I wanted to be a park ranger.
Nice.
I always wanted to work with animals, and of course I wanted to be a garbage man. I've been a truck driver or a bus driver.
Excellent.
One day I'll get my heavy duty license as well.
The bus driver thing is carried over into later life with you with that video game you've got. What's it called? Bus Simulator. There you go. That's a childhood dream coming out.
Still haven't played that though.
But yeah, I had no idea, right? I mean, I knew, aside from playing video games for a living, I really didn't have an idea of what I wanted to do. So these kind of things can help because you get an idea of, it just shows you things, potential career paths that you find interesting, and that's cool, right?
And there's always this thing that is in the back of their minds as well, because they'll learn from each of the departments that we have here at Bayut and dubizzle. And of course, they might come in thinking, oh, I want to learn how to do marketing. This is the industry that I want to be in at the end of the day. But then over the course of 4 weeks, they actually find they might want to go into finance, or they
Yeah.
want to go into sales, or even something like data. All the different departments, and it's a learning process, as you said, for all the young adults and plus us and ourselves as well.
Do you want to kind of tell you a story, right? This is genuinely true. Sometimes it's about finding out also as well what you don't want to do, right? Because you might think, I always wanted to be an airplane mechanic, right? Because one of my uncles told me when I was younger.
Not an airplane driver.
No, not a pilot. I wanted to be an airplane mechanic because he told me about someone he knew who earned loads of money doing it. And I thought, oh, that sounds good. I'll do that, right? So from my work experience when I was at school, I went to a local airport, Biggin Hill Airport in Kent, and I was an airplane mechanic for 2 weeks. And do you know what, Chris? I absolutely hated it.
Fair enough.
So for me, I established that one thing I didn't want to do was become an airplane mechanic. But what I'm saying is someone might have the idea that they want to get into finance. They might come and do the corporate summer camp and find that it's actually data that they find really interesting and stimulating. So it's cool from that aspect, right?
Interesting. From my work experience when I was at school, I was the only student to actually go international.
Yeah.
Instead of doing it here in the United Arab Emirates, I went to Oman and did it.
Really?
I worked with an oil company because
Nice.
I was planning to get into oil and gas because, like you said, I was told that it was a very lucrative business.
Yeah.
So I did that.
You were going to be out there on the rigs, were you?
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what I wanted. But then instead, I got stuck in an office for a week. Damn, office job. seriously.
Photocopying.
Don't even get to do that, to be honest. Didn't get to put the paper down. Yeah, I think it's copy. No, put that in the bin, shred it up, photocopy the next paper. But of course, the summer camp here is it's
Going to be way more exciting than
it
that.
definitely will be. There's going to be no photocopying involved whatsoever.
Cool.
Well, maybe there might be some copying somewhere, but not photocopying, that's for sure. But what about beating the heat in other ways? Because, of course, our corporate summer camp is only available for young adults between the ages of 15 and 18. But there's plenty of things to do as a grown adult, or if you have young children, there's plenty of things to do. Obviously, one of the biggest things is go to a mall. There's plenty of things to do. You can eat, you can shop. There's entertainment facilities, cinemas, stuff like this. But what other things can you beat the heat?
Well, look, there's lots of things, as you say. We're not short of malls here, right? With, everything from like ski slopes to adventure parks and roller coasters in some cases. So, look, I suppose one of the most reliable ways everyone always says, but it is true, water parks throughout the summer is a good way of, if you want to beat the heat, there's not much better way than submerging yourself in water.
This is true.
Yeah.
Don't go on the weekend then because it's rather busy. If you can, go on the weekday.
Yes, I think that's a good shout actually, because otherwise there's people everywhere. But yeah, so like water parks and stuff. But I think, look, we all know about loads of places have opened the indoor adventure parks. There's the ones up at Dubai Parks and Resorts. And numerous other ones, virtual reality places and all that have opened. But if you want to go traditional, what about the cinema, Chris?
Yeah, the cinema's a good shout. But before we get on to the cinema,
Go for it.
what is your go-to to beat the heat?
My go-to to beat the heat? Playing video games indoors with air conditioning. No.
Mine is exactly the same. I can't believe that.
That's it.
Mine wouldn't be the AC, though. I'll put a fan on instead.
Oh, nice. No, do you not go for AC?
I do, but then like with the AC, you kind of simulate certain things. Like if you're playing a flying game, you can simulate the air around you. If you're playing a racing game, you've got that rush of air.
Oh, to get the wind blowing
Exactly.
through your hair with a fan. Is what
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
saying.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
even FPS games, when you're running around, because it feels like you're on the battlefield itself,
Yeah.
That immersion without the VR goggles.
Nice. I like it. Yeah. So, look, that would be mine. Also, I do like kind of submerging myself in an ice cold swimming pool. That's pretty special as well. So, but look, obviously here it's set up. We know how hot it gets for pretty much all of the year, but especially like for this 4-month period in particular, it's pretty, volcanic. But don't let it get you down, folks, because there is still a lot you can do,
Yep.
right?
And of course, as Rich said, one of those is to go to the cinema. And this month, there is a lot that is being shown in the cinemas.
It's summer blockbuster
I
season.
cannot believe it. And I'm not one that goes to cinema very often. I think I went once to watch a Super Mario movie, which of course I had to go because that was just phenomenal.
It was.
But there are actual movies that I want to see. One of them is, of course, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, the fifth in the franchise, the final one in the franchise.
I want to go there and just sing the theme song. That's not sing, hum it. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I get my little hat and then get whip and crack it.
Why am I singing it? You're supposed to be singing it.
I don't know the lyrics to it though. Were there lyrics to it?
No, it's just music. It's a orchestral. There you go. But yeah, look, the fifth one, Harrison Ford bowing out as the man in the hat, the man with the hat. I love the Indiana Jones movies. I grew up with them, right? So I'm very much looking forward to seeing that.
Do you want to know a really useless piece of information about one of the movies?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you remember that iconic scene when Harrison Ford, when he's in that he's got that fight going on, and instead of fighting the guy hand-to-hand combat,
the guy when he's flipping all the swords.
And he pulls out the gun.
Yes, I know this bit of information, but I'll give you go for it.
So the reason that he pulled out the gun, it was unscripted. He just didn't feel well, so he thought, no, I'm not going to fight. I'm just going to bring out the gun instead.
Yeah.
And bip him.
Yeah, and it's one of the classic...
It's one of the most iconic scenes in the movie, and it was unscripted.
Yeah, he just didn't... Harrison wasn't feeling that well that day.
How cool is that?
Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Raiders of the Lost Ark, what a movie. So, yeah, the fifth Dial of Destiny is out. What else have we got? We've got Barbie, which I have to be honest, have you seen the trailers for Barbie?
Of course I have.
I think it looks good.
I do too, and that's the movie that I'm most excited for. I was going to save it to the end.
Oh, sorry, man.
But you ruined it. But that's fine. It's second. I'll live with that too. I'm very excited for the movie because not only has it got, it's a very vibrant, movie.
Yeah.
So it perfectly matches the shirts I wear in my outfits.
This is true.
So I'm going to be
visually striking.
I'm going to be dressed to impress on the day it comes out. I'm going to be there, 12 o'clock. Outside the cinema hall, waiting to watch Barbie.
Decked out, head to toe in pink.
So the other movie, well, there's not just two movies coming out. I know Barbie is the best one that's coming out this month. There is a movie called Oppenheimer.
There is indeed. Yeah, Christopher Nolan's latest. Now, we like a bit of Christopher Nolan, don't we? The man's a bit of a genius.
Do we? Every time I watch one of his movies, I leave confused.
Well, yes, that's part and parcel of the Nolan experience, I have to say. But
why do I want to watch a movie and go, what did I just watch?
There's some that have been an exception to that. Dunkirk, for example, but it wasn't exactly a cheery watch. But at least it wasn't as confusing as something like Inception, maybe, and Interstellar, where the guy was actually behind the bookcase at the end. Do you remember that?
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah. Oh, that's a total spoiler.
How long has the movie been out?
It's been out for ages.
How long is ages?
About 7 or 8 years.
Not long enough. It needs to be 10. You just ruined the movie.
That's it. Sorry, guys. That's it. It's killed the movie. He's behind the bookcase. In a parallel dimension.
Bookcases are bad.
If she just pulled out a book, she would have seen him there. Big eye behind it.
Peeking through. Hello. Let me just grab the
I'm
dictionary
here,
quickly.
it's Dad. I'm behind the bookcase. So so Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer is the guy who basically designed the nuclear bomb for America. It's about his inner struggle with that, and looks. I have to say, have you seen any trailers for this?
No.
Right, so shot in IMAX, completely in IMAX. To say it's visually stunning would be an understatement. It looks like something to behold.
I guess I'll have to go watch that too. So that's 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
I know one of the other movies, I think it's out already. I know in some markets it's been delayed for certain reasons, and that's Elemental.
Yeah.
It's not got the best reviews from what I've seen so far.
Patchy reviews,
but it looks very, fun, cute, light-hearted and stuff like this.
Yeah.
It's got a nice little story to it.
I'm looking forward to it, right? But it's Pixar, right? So I think one of the things for Pixar is they've set such high standards over the years, especially when they've done kind of new franchises. So yeah, we all know about Toy Story, we all know Finding Nemo, what have you. But like stuff like Inside Out, Coco, Soul, all those ones were just of such a ridiculously high standard up. That what might not be considered a classic Pixar doesn't mean that it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
It just means that they set really, really high standards.
Exactly.
By other people's standards, by other studio standards. It might be absolutely great.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in seeing that one. I like the kind of concept of fire and water, the opposites attract, elemental city, with all the various different elements all in one. So, look, I think that looks like a whole lot of fun, and it's always good to have a high-profile animation in the summer blockbuster season, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I think I might give it a miss. I'm not too keen on the story, so I guess that's 4.
Wait until it's on Disney Plus.
No, not even then. I barely even use Disney Plus. I used to watch Futurama, but apparently the new one's coming on Hulu, which we don't get here.
No, we don't get Hulu.
So
No, it's unfortunate. I don't use Disney Plus that often.
That's a bit of a suck there. But okay, so now that's 3 out of 4. What is the 5th and final movie?
Yeah, so the final movie is the latest installment, the 17th movie in the Mission Impossible franchise. I might be exaggerating a tad there, but there's been a lot of them, isn't there?
There has.
It's called Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
Okay.
Tom Cruise at the helm, as always.
I find it impressive that he's still doing these movies and he's still doing his own stunts. He must be well over 50 by now.
Yeah, he is. I think he's pushing 60, isn't he?
Wow.
And yeah, it is impressive. He does his own stunts. This is part 1. So it's a 2-movie, not trilogy. I was going to say 2-movie trilogy, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's a 2-movie series, and I believe the next one comes out next summer. Right, so this is getting good reviews. There's if people like the Mission Impossible franchise, they're going to lap it up, right? Because it's pretty much more of the same, but more spectacular than ever when it comes to the stunts.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it's like with when you see Mission Impossible in the trailer, they show you stunts. That pretty much shows you the main draw of the movies, I think.
True, and he was here a couple of weeks ago as well, I think, for the premiere in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, they did have a premiere in Abu Dhabi because certain sections of the movie, I think a fair amount were shot in Abu Dhabi.
Well, maybe I'll see it, maybe not. So I think I'll just say 3.5 out of 5. I might half watch Mission Impossible. I'm not the biggest fan. I did like the original one, but then it just became too many of them.
Yeah, me too. I kind of lost interest a little bit down the line.
So how many movies are you going to watch out of those 5?
Out of those 5, I think Indiana Jones, definitely.
Barbie is 100% confirmed.
Barbie's nailed in. Oppenheimer, yes. I will go with Elemental just because I've got a bit of I love Pixar, good or bad, right? So, but I'm not too sure about Mission Impossible because I've just never really warmed to those films. But hey, look, each to their own, right?
So it's a 4 out of 5. It's a 3.5 from me. Yeah. I don't know how you half watch a movie, but that you
fall asleep in the second half.
There you go. Or fall asleep in the first half and then wake up in the second half and think, okay,
what's going on?
Yeah. He's in Abu Dhabi now. Where did he start? I don't know.
It's just another stunt.
There you go. It's the whole movie, isn't it? Well, that brings us to an end of this episode of the Water Cooler Edit with My Bayut. But we want to hear from you because we'd like to know what movies you're going to watch this month. And if you have some pro tips that we haven't discussed, or you want to say that we're wrong about something, feel free to comment down below because we want to hear your tips to beat the heat this summer. Maybe you like the mall, maybe you like skiing, maybe you like something different. And of course, well, I still have a couple of days to go, but maybe I'll go start waiting in line for Barbie. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
You're listening to the Water Cooler Edit with Chris and Rich.